Okay, another thing about the cans, if you see that little tiny circle, that's a picture of the actual product, what's inside. The other great thing is on the bottom, it has a manufacturer date, and it is a real date. It's not a code, it's not a bunch of numbers that you have to try to decipher. It's got a real date. So when it says on the back it's sealed for up to 25 years, it's 25 years from that date on the bottom of the can. The other great thing, and so far this is the only, Shelf Reliance is the only company that I'm aware of that is introducing a smaller can size. These are great. You'll be able to store this right in your pantry a little bit easier. This will be good for eggs. You can use them up really easily when you've got a smaller can. Maybe if there's only 1 or 2 people you're doing food storage for, this is another great option. You don't have to go with the big number 10 cans. You've got this smaller can size. And all those same recipes, nutrition facts, all that same stuff is on the label of the smaller cans as well.
How does that compare price-wise?
Very comparable. Ground's very, very comparable. The other great thing you'll notice on your price sheet are some of the pouches, and I showed that a little bit with the chicken salad sandwich. Now, you may not be able to buy chicken salad sandwich. The only way you get this kind is if you sign up as a consultant. They pre-measure and give you these cute little bags, which is kind of nice. But as a consumer, you can buy some of the smaller bags. Maybe this is a little bit easier to throw in your purse or keep in the car. It's another way for you to store. I'm not a huge fan of my bags when it comes to my food storage in my house, but this is okay for me to throw in my purse or have upstairs in my pantry. And again, manufacturer date and all of that same information is right on that label. Okay, so you've noticed that the food tastes good. You've already tasted it. Let me also tell you that we manufacture our own food, which means that we can make sure that we get the very, very best food out there. We went through 14 to 16 different pineapple suppliers before we manufactured that and presented that. We're also HACCP and FDA certified, which for everyday knowledge, that just means it's very safe. We make sure, we also have a food quality specialist. Thrive Foods are very, very relentless with the way the foods that they present. They want to make sure that it tastes good, but that it's also nutritious and very good for you as well, safe as well. So it's a good thing to have. So we talked about Thrive Foods being very picky about the foods and making sure that they taste really great. The best storage conditions that you should know is that you should store it on a temperature below 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is best if it's stored in a dark, cold environment. That's something that you should know. The other great thing is that you should see our shelving, because we have great shelving, which is another great way to store your food. I want to hand out these catalogs. This shows you all of the things that Shelf Reliance offers. We have food rotation systems, which is our shelving. Thrive Foods, which we talked a lot about tonight. Emergency kit supplies, and then there's some online tools. If you look through that catalog, you'll see a little bit of an overview of each of those things in there. Now, question 13 is probably the one that I want to cover the most this evening. I need you to tell me at least 4 of the reasons why we don't start our food storage at all, or we started it, but it's challenging. Why is food storage maybe hard? Let's see if I get the lid off my pen. Woo! There we go.
You don't know where to start. Like, seems overwhelming.
That's my favorite word for it, because that's probably...
We don't know what to do store.
It's a lot of money.
I knew you were going to say that. Space.
Yeah. Well, because I waste a lot because I buy it and I don't use it, and so.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That goes with, there you go. I put it by your money. Is that good?
Everything's time for money for Dave.
Okay, so those are some of the main reasons that...
The common food storage method is to bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a long time.
Which takes a long time. It's labor intensive too, right? So time would be another one. So the good news, and the reason why I love my job and I love what I do, Shelf Reliance has worked very hard to make sure that all of those hurdles are overcome, so that food storage is not such an awful, hard, bad thing, but it makes it something that's a lot more easy and a lot more manageable. They've done that with something that's called the Thrive Cube. So what I need you to do, oh, that's a good sound. That's the sound of cornbread. Done. What I need you to do is go to your order form. On the very top of your order form on the top left, I need you to put your name, phone number, email, all of that information. Right underneath that, there are a couple boxes you should pay attention to. One is If you're interested in getting food storage at a discount, if you really do want to save money off of your food storage, or you're looking to supplement your income of your family, check off that you want some information about being a consultant. I've worked for other direct selling companies. This is, blessed, this is a really, really great job. It's a great way to get familiar with food storage, something easy to teach, and it's something that I feel like is we're really making a difference and really doing something that is important to people. So check that if you want some information. Doesn't mean you have to sign up tonight, it just means I'll give you some information. Right above that is if you're interested in doing a party. Maybe you're not ready to do the consultant thing yet, but you'd like to try some more foods. We are going to make a macaroon tonight. I'm holding out on you because I have brownies. So if you want to try brownies or green beans, I know, two common things. Anyway, check now that you're interested in doing a party. Right now, I'm booked for at least a month, but I will definitely try to fit a date in so we can get a party date set for you. You filled out that top part with name, information. In the very center of that, you're going to see where it says Thrive Q. And I need you to fill that section out. All you're going to do is put the name, the gender, and the age of every person that you need to worry about food storage. So who in your home you need to worry about food storage. I'm going to do the same thing for our hostess on my little board here. So Lisa, Jeff, Travis, Ding. Okay. I'm just going to guess genders. And ages.
46, 47, 19, 16.
Okay, here's the beauty of this. Why does that all matter? Why does it matter, the gender and all of that kind of stuff? You may have seen food storage for sale in a can out there that says, complete food storage in this can for one adult. A lot of times the caloric value of that can is ridiculous. It's something you couldn't live off of. The way it works with Shelf Reliance is they will figure out the caloric needs of each of those people, gender and age based. So it will figure out a list of how much food storage you need. Now you can decide, we're just getting started. We want to make sure that we get what we need in kind of a complete package. So I'm going to look at just 3 months. We just want 3 months of food storage. You may look at it and say, no, we want a full year food storage. I want to know what my family needs for a full year. So over here where we said, what do I store? The Thrive Q will give you a list of exactly what you need based on a 2,000 calorie diet for adults, I believe. It will shoot you out a list of exactly what you need, what grains you need, what vegetables, fruits, all of those things. It will put those all together for you. Give you a list. So say I'm going to figure out what my 12 months, what my full year is. There's my list of everything I need. So I've crossed off what am I supposed to store. It's going to shoot me out a list and tell me exactly what I need to store. The next thing on there is money. Now we always get nervous, how much is this going to cost me? Do I have to buy it all at once? You're probably familiar with other companies that do exactly that. You have to buy all of it at one time. It's a chunk of change. This is a great way to do it. What you'll actually do is you will set your budget for what you can afford monthly to put towards food storage. Foods that have a long shelf life, that are still good for you, that you can use and incorporate into your diet all the time. Not just when an emergency hits, but something that you're used to all the time. So I'm going to say, well, for my family, let's say for Lisa's family, I would recommend average Q is right around $150 a month. Let's say she wants to do $150 a month is what she's willing to put towards that. Now, we may look at that and go, I got to come up with another $150. Where is that going to come from? You're not going to do that. Look at what your grocery budget already is. For most people, it's around $100 a person in their family. So I'm guessing that her grocery budget is right around $400 a month. If that's accurate, what I want her to do is, instead at the grocery store, she's going to spend $350, and she's going to dedicate $150 to her food storage foods. $250. Well, maybe she just made an extra $100. Maybe math is not my strong point. Maybe that's why this is the problem in my house. Okay, so $250 now. She might find a shirt at the grocery store that's really cute too. Anyway, okay, so she's got $150 set up for her monthly food storage budget. Now, off of that list of everything that she needs and how much she needs to make up 1 year's food storage, it will shoot out a list of what will equal that $150. So, let's say it shoots out a couple cans of pineapple. That's what makes up for $150. And it will automatically do that. The computer program will automatically generate that list for you. Now she may look at that and say, I don't really want pinto beans because I tasted the mandarin oranges and those were really, really good. You can absolutely do that. You can shuffle that around to make up that $150 and move that however you want. Now, if you sign up for the Thrive Q tonight, are you obligated for the rest of your life to be on this? Absolutely not. You're obligated to 90 days. You do have to do 3 months. Then after that, you can change that 150 up. You can lower it down. At our house, if we start eating mangoes, I probably need to up it a little bit more and spend a little bit less at the grocery store and a little bit more on some fruits that my kids are eating all the time. But now we've taken away where to start because you're going to dive in. You're going to start right off the bat getting the foods that you need in your food storage. As far as money and waste, my best recommendation to get rid of waste is to start eating it. Start using it. Try the cornbread. You'll like it. You'll want to make that again. You'll go to make soup and you'll think, okay, wait, I don't want to have to cut up all the carrots. So you'll throw some freeze-dried carrots or some dehydrated carrots in. So that gets rid of the waste. And then as far as money, you're going to put that as part of your budget. It's not money that you aren't already spending on groceries. It's money that you're already spending, but you're going to spend it in a little bit easier way. That Thrive Q on the center of there will just, if you'll list down your family members, we can plug that into the computer and give you a listing of how much you need. You can tell us what your budget, you want your budget to be, and that can automatically start shipping out to you. So it makes it very, very easy. I think all of those things combined takes the overwhelming right out of it. Because the best way for it to not be overwhelming is probably to dive in the water and get started at it. And then secondly, let them tell you the things that you still need. Now, you may look at this and say, okay, wait, I already have pasta, or I already have flour, so I'm going to take those right off of my queue. I don't even want those in my queue. But I do want wheat, because I'm going to go to Tiffany's class and learn how to make really good bread, and so I'm going to want wheat, and I'm going to start using that. And then that will change. So you've got that the first month. The next month, it generates a new list for you, and you can change it up and put whatever things you want in there. Any questions about the queue? This is the answer to a lot of the problems.
So once the queue or has taken it off your annual or your 1 year supply and delivered it to you, it takes it off the list as
Now,
something you need, right?
Right, but remember, you probably need more than 1 can of wheat. So,
Yeah.
and you probably need more. I think everyone needs more than 1 can of pineapple. So it will. You'll probably
once
once
it
that is filled. Yes, it will do that, and then you can alter it a little bit. Now the other thing that is, Karen.
Is this all done online or is it a computer program?
It's all done online. You can log in. We can help you get that set up tonight, or you can fill out that information. I'll call you and we'll get it all set up. You do pick a password. You pick that monthly budget. And like I said, you're obligated for 90 days, but then beyond that, you can change it up however you want to do. You're not stuck with it forever. Although I don't think stuck with it's probably the right term because I love the food. Diane?
Well, what if there's a month that maybe I don't have that much money and I can't pay
After
for it
the
that
90
month?
days, you can hit pause. You can just pause it. And then as the money starts coming again, so if your husband were to lose his job or things got really tight all of a sudden, we don't want it to be a burden. That's not the way that the Thrive Q is set up, is to be something that is another guilty thing that isn't getting done. Something that you can absolutely pause and then come back to and revisit again. And like I said, you may try the $150 for a few months and say, we're eating this, we're not storing anything, so we'll up it a little bit. That will be something that we're consuming as much as we're storing. Thrive Q is a great answer to a lot of the problems that kind of overwhelm us a little bit. Another great thing when it comes to space, I say as those new cans come out, those smaller cans, that's going to help save a ton on space because you can start storing dry milk and eggs and some of the things that maybe we wouldn't store as much of because we're worried about using it. You can store it because you've got smaller cans. So that's going to help you a little bit on space. And again, their shelving is phenomenal. Easy way to rotate stuff through. Now, as far as, and this is the best part of the whole deal, on top of the Thrive Q, if you look at that price sheet, you'll see 2 prices listed there. One of them's higher. One column is higher, another column is lower. You're at a party, which means you're getting party pricing, which is a lower price. If you sign up on the Thrive Q, my saying is that it's always a party on the Q. You always have party pricing if you sign up on the Thrive Q. So you're always getting the very best pricing on